It's day 21 after the Fibroblast treatment, and you guys are going to get to see exactly what the results are looking like. Hey, thank you for joining me today. It is so good to see you. If this is your first time here, my name's TJ from TJ Tutorials, and I do everything from anti-aging skincare devices, skin treatments, genuine product reviews, and the science behind how everything works. If this sounds like something you're interested in, start today by hitting subscribe and ringing that notification bell so you get updated every time I upload a new video. In today's video, I am going back to a treatment that I absolutely love. For you guys who have been following me in my past videos, you'll have seen how well this actually worked on me, and that is plasma fibroblasting. And the tool that I'm going to be using today is this beauty right here. This is the Snow Skin Co. Plasma Fibroblast pen, and I am literally so excited to try this one. The thing I really love about this plasma pen is that inside the box you have everything that you need. Forget about the Chinese instructions that don't make any sense. In this you get an 8-page instruction manual that guides you through the different types of tips to use, the different intensities, post-treatment care, and gives you solid foundations for how to use this at home. Another feature that I love on this pen is the inbuilt light, which makes it super easy to see exactly where you're fibroblasting whilst treating yourself, kind of lifts any shadows out of any creases or wrinkles that you've got so that you know exactly where to treat and where to avoid. So let's take a closer look at this plasma pen, look at what comes with it, and yeah, then we'll get started on the hygiene and then do the treatment. So plasma fibroblasting can be used for a variety of different treatments. It can be used for lifting and tightening the skin, it can be used for softening wrinkles, it can be used for removing moles, warts, skin tags, it can help to fade and remove tattoos and freckles, and so much more. So what I'm going to be focusing on today are my upper eyelids, because these are one of my biggest problem zones and I really want them to just be really tight and snatched and yeah, just knock some years off of that area. I'm also going to be using it around where I had the semi-permanent eyebrow tattoos put on. I want to remove the remainder of them now, so I'm going to try and see if this will help. I'm also going to give myself a little bit of a lip flip going on. I'm going to treat my nasolabial folds and do a little bit of jawline tightening. So when it comes to plasma fibroblasting, 50% of people don't really feel there's much of a need for numbing, 50% do. In the past, I've actually done a full face treatment without any numbing, and yeah, I can say that some parts of the face, fine, you don't really need any numbing there. The nerve endings, they're not really that receptive, or there's not that many there, and you don't really feel too much. So a great example of that would be on the cheek area. But there are areas where using numbing cream really is a benefit, and that's around the eye area, around the lips and the mouth, and on the underside of the jaw. But like I say, it's all personal preference, so if you like to numb up, numb up. Today I am going to be numbing up the areas that I'm treating, and I am going to be using the Neo Pro Cream. This works super fast, literally 20 to 25 minutes, skin is completely numb, which makes it so much easier to get on with the treatment. Other things that I'll be using for this treatment are alcohol wipes to make sure that there's no bacteria or viruses or grime or contaminants or anything on my skin whilst I'm fibroblasting. Clean skin, super clean skin, massive massively important. I'll also be sterilising my hands with 70% isopropyl alcohol hand sanitizer. I actually wipe my skin down with this as well because it kills 99.9% of bacteria. And yeah, you need to make sure that there's zero moisture, zero numbing cream, nothing left on your skin that is going to prevent the carbonisation from happening during the Fibroblast treatment. Of course, I'm going to be using gloves throughout the treatment. Again, it's all about hygiene and avoiding infection and cross-contamination and things like that. So to get things started and ready for the treatment, the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to apply my numbing cream, and all I'm going to be doing is applying this in the areas that I'm going to be treating. Now you can cover this with plastic wrap if you want to. I'm going to be applying such a thick layer that I'm not really going to need any plastic wrap on it. So as part of my skin preparation for doing this treatment, I stopped using my retinol serums. I've avoided any of my usual gentle peels and everything for the past 2 weeks. The reason I've done this is because I really don't want anything that's going to interfere with the actual treatment itself and maybe have a potentially adverse effect on the final outcome. All the way over the brow area, as I'm going to be trying to remove the residual tattoo that I've got left there as well. Also, if you're a guy and you're doing this treatment on the lower part of your face where you've got facial hair, try to shave the day before to prevent any excessive irritation or pain in that whilst you're doing this treatment. Of course, once the hair starts going back through a few days after treatment, it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but avoid picking at any of the scabs because the hairs will push them off themselves naturally. Okay, so I'm going to leave this numbing cream on now for around about 20-25 minutes. And then, although I said I wasn't going to use any plastic wrap, I just remembered that with the numbing cream, I also received 50 of these face masks. I'm going to leave the numbing cream now, like I say, for 20-25 minutes. Then I will remove this sheet mask. And then what I'll do is I'll start treating from the top downwards. And I'll remove the numbing cream from each area a couple of minutes before I go ahead with the treatment. So yeah, I'm going to leave this to numb up and then I'll be back. Okay, my skin is starting to feel pretty numb now, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the numbing cream from the top of the eyebrow area. This is the area where I want to try to focus on removing the remaining pigment from where I had an eyebrow tattoo before. So I had actually been fading this with TCA over the last couple of months, but this has been particularly stubborn here. So yeah, I'm going to give the Fibroblast a go with this and see how well it helps with getting rid of it. Now I've already attached a fresh and sterile tip to this. I have actually bent this with my fingers, which is totally possible with this device. And what that does is gives you a slightly better angle for treating your skin so that you're not having to go forwards on, but you can actually go sideways and kind of see what you're doing. And then obviously, as I mentioned earlier, there is also a built-in light in this that helps kind of just highlight the area that you're treating. So I'm just going to wipe over the brow now with the alcohol pad. This is just to make sure that there's no numbing cream left on there. Also, the alcohol evaporates really quickly, which means that the skin is going to be nice and dry. Then to turn the Fibroblast plasma pen on, all you do is you push and hold the on button. I'm going to go for number 6 for removing the brow tattoo. So this really is just kind of just removing that pigment from the skin. And then to activate the plasma tip, so if I touch it to my skin right now, nothing is happening until I push the button right here. Okay, so my upper eyelids are done, my brows are done. I can definitely feel like instant tightening with this one. Like as I was doing it, I could see the skin contracting and tightening and kind of the little wrinkles lifting out, the skin lifting up. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what the results of this one is going to look like. So now I've got my brows and my upper eye area done. The next thing that I want to do is focus on the nasolabial folds. These are the small lines that run between your nose and your mouth. Not too much of an issue with me, but a little bit of a lift is always appreciated. Okay guys, so I have treated my eyebrow tattoo area, I've done my upper eyelids, I've done my nasolabial folds, I've done a tiny little bit of a lip flip, nothing major, I just wanted something that is going to be really subtle, and I've done a little bit of jawline contouring. So the sensation that I'm currently experiencing now the numbing is wearing off is it's kind of like sunburn, and this is something that it will feel like sunburn for around about 24 hours. Now tomorrow morning I am expecting my eyelids to be pretty swollen. This is something that happens to me every time that I fibroblast. So right now my face is looking pretty red. It is starting to sting a little bit. On average it takes around about 5 to 6 days for the scabs to start coming off on their own. So let's take a quick look at what I will be using for my aftercare routine over the following days. So what I'm going to do here now is my treatment is done. I'm going to finish up here. I will be back again tomorrow and we are going to check in on day 1, day 2, day 3. We'll cover up the first week, then we'll do it 10 days, then at 14 days, then we'll check in at 21 days or the 3-week mark so that you can get a really good idea of this plasma fibroblast before and after, see it in all of its glory. And yeah, I'm just feeling really positive about this machine. Like, it's so easy to use. The way that it just rests in your hand when you're holding it, it's not overly heavy, but it's got enough weight to give you that precision that you're after when you're treating. And yeah, just the overall ease of use, ease of cleaning. So yeah, I'm loving this pen. If you're interested in getting your hands on one of these plasma fibroblast pens, link in the description down below. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up here now, guys, so that we don't drag this out too long and we can spend a bit more time going through the recovery process, and then we'll finish everything up with a before and after. So I guess I'll see you after the jump. Hey, so it is the day after the treatment. It's been 24 hours since I've done the plasma fibroblasting. This is what my skin is looking like right now. The first thing you're probably going to notice is just how swollen my eyes actually are. While it looks like it's painful, I promise you it really isn't. The swelling is a normal part after plasma fibroblasting because what you've done is you've created micro wounds across an extremely sensitive part of your face, and your body's response is to flood the area with white blood cells, with lymphocytes, and kickstart the healing process. All in all, I slept really well. There was no real pain or discomfort. The first thing that I'd done upon waking this morning was I quickly washed my face over with some really cold water, just 15-20 seconds, and I patted everything dry. Then I applied around about 10 drops of the colloidal silver solution. Now, it's really important that you allow your skin to stay as dry as possible, which means using no moisturizers when washing your skin, keeping it really quick and drying it off straight away after, because ultimately what you're after is for the carbon crusts to stay as dry as possible, because the drier they are, the quicker they come off. Another thing that I've done this morning was I gave 10 minutes with my LED mask. This is a dry treatment option for speeding up the rate of healing, reducing inflammation and boosting collagen production. Super simple to use. It doesn't touch any of the areas that I've treated, which is great. So it's around about 1.5 inches away from my skin surface. Push the power button on, and then I give it a good 10 minutes of treatment time, take it off, and yeah, that's it. So when you've got this mask on, you can definitely feel the heat being generated by the LEDs. I've actually had this for a couple of months now, and I've been using it every night, and I have to say that I do notice changes in my skin. Anyway, guys, let's finish this up here, and we will jump into this again tomorrow. So I will see you after the jump. So it's been 3 days since I've done the treatment, and this is what my skin is currently looking like. You'll notice that the swelling is still pretty much the same as it was yesterday. It has gone down slightly, and the heaviness that I was feeling yesterday is kind of reduced by around about 35 to 40%. But yeah, everything is pretty much the same as it was 24 hours ago. I haven't experienced any of the crusts coming off. There's been no increases in pain or sensitivity. I do feel like some of the crusts have darkened up slightly more. I figure in this is where they are drying up and getting ready to come off. Now, I'm not going to be able to shave for at least another 48 hours. It's normally around about the day 5 mark that the majority of the crusts start coming off. Then what I can do is once around about 75% of them are off or loosening, I can go for a really gentle shave in the areas where I haven't treated. But yeah, all in all, everything is on track. I have cleansed my skin this morning with my sea salt water solution, dried everything off, then I applied my colloidal silver, threw on my LED face mask, gave myself a 10-minute treatment, and I'll repeat that again this evening. Then hopefully over the next couple of days, the bulk of the swelling will start to dissipate from the eyes, and I'll start getting a much clearer idea about what to expect as my end results. So yeah, I guess that's it for today's quick update, and I will catch you tomorrow, which will be day 4. So see you after the jump. Hey, so I'm now on day 4 and things are starting to finally make changes. This morning I did manage to have a little bit of a shave. I did avoid the areas around the jawline and along the upper lip and around here. But the rest of my face is feeling pretty smooth now, which, you know, is so nice, not wanting to scratch away at my face all day long because of crazy annoying itching. As you can see, I do still have some swelling going on in the eyes. This is slowly coming down now. A lot of the redness is starting to fade. Some of the carbon crusts came off when I had a shower this morning. All I used to cleanse my skin was Cetaphil Gentle Cleanser, using my fingertips as gently as possible just to massage in a circular motion. I did avoid rubbing it around the eye area because I don't want to irritate around there and cause things to start swelling up again. As soon as I was finished with washing my skin, I quickly patted my face down with a towel to make sure everything was as dry as possible. Threw on a few drops of my colloidal silver, put on my LED face mask, chilled out for 10 minutes, and that was it. So yeah, healing is right on track. I'm following my usual Fibroblast plasma treatment recovery process. Anyway, I am talking way too much again, so gonna finish this update for today here, and we'll be back again tomorrow for day 5. So I guess I'll see you then. I'm now on day 5. As you can see, things are starting to look way better now. The bulk of the swelling has now come out of my eyes. I would say that I've probably still got a couple of days left to go before all of the swelling has gone completely. Obviously, there is some residual redness, some little pink spots just where the carbon crusts have fallen off. From past experience, this normally takes around about 5 or 6 days to start to resolve itself. But if I feel like the redness is becoming prolonged or I want to fade the little red spots or pink spots faster, what I do is I put on some of my hydrocortisone cream. But yeah, I'm still following the same routine post plasma fibroblasting with the Snow Skin Co plasma fibroblast pen. Making progress, and as you can see, the changes are starting to come in now. It is now day 6, and as you can see, most of the swelling has come out of my eyes. A huge percentage of the carbon crusts have come away, especially around the eye area, the nasolabial folds, above the lip, and also along the side of the jawline. To give the breakout that I've got going on at the moment, I do suffer with adult acne. This is mainly down to hormones. I am only a couple of months away from being 40 now, so yeah, I managed to bypass the dreaded teenage acne years. I did get some when I was a teenager. As I've reached this point in life, it's put its running shoes on and it has come straight for me. The little acne flare up aside, everything else is on track, and yeah, I'm just super happy with how it's looking right now. There is still a touch of swelling going on in the eyelids. I'm expecting this to be completely gone by day 10. Looking at the eyebrows that I've treated to remove the semi-permanent eyebrow tattoo I had there, some of the scabs have come away from the area that I treated, and yeah, I can see that there's a definite difference. Now, I'm not going to know how much of the tattoo has been faded and removed until all of the scab has come off, but all in all, everything is exactly where I need it to be right now. And yeah, really looking forward to seeing what this is going to look like at the end of the 3 weeks. So I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. There's no real updates other than what I've just quickly talked about, but we'll check in again tomorrow, which will be day 7. I guess I'll see you after the jump. It's been exactly a week since I done the plasma fibroblast treatment, and this is currently what my face is looking like. I've still got a little bit of scabbing going on just around the eyebrow here, and there is still a slight touch of swelling in the upper eyelids. But I think in the next 24 hours, this swelling will be gone completely. I really feel like my eyelids have tightened up quite significantly, and I'm going to have a much better idea by day 21 of what the actual effects are going to look like. As an example, the lines that run from the corner of the nose to the corner of the mouth, these have definitely lifted and look much softer. The tightness around the jawline, especially around here, I can feel this, like when I'm at rest, I can actually feel that the skin is tighter around here. And of course my eyes, which have completely popped. But yeah, I've got nothing major to report on today. Everything is pretty much the same as yesterday, apart from the obvious fading of the redness. All of the carbon crusts are pretty much gone, and things are starting to settle into place. So if you're wondering what your skin will look like 7 days after a fibroblast treatment, this is what you can expect. So now I'm going to leave it for 3 days and we'll check back in again, which will be day 10. So see you day 10. this is pretty much what my skin is looking like. As you can see, my eyes are looking pretty open now. The swelling has completely gone. There is still a little bit of residual redness around the eyes. I also have a little bit of redness still around the nasolabial fold, and of course a bit of redness from my acne breakout that I had. But yeah, looking at the recovery process, everything is on track. I'm super happy with the way things are looking right now. There's definitely been some fading going on around the eyebrows. A lot of the ink has come off already, and I'm hoping that over the next couple of weeks it's going to fade some more as the skin starts to slough off and go through its normal shedding process. So we'll check back in on day 14, and then we'll be back in for the final checkup on day 21. Hey guys, so we are on day 14, and yeah, my skin is making some real progress now. Finally, my acne breakout is starting to subside and fade away. I shouldn't have squeezed it. I know I shouldn't have squeezed it, but you know, lesson learned not to do that again. It's really not learned, is it? So as you can see, my skin from the plasma fibroblasting treatment is pretty much healed up nicely now. All of the carbon crusts have come away now. The swelling has disappeared. There is a little bit of lingering redness. This is absolutely normal. It happened to me last time I done my treatment. I'm now applying just a little bit of hydrocortisone to the areas that I treated. This is just 1% hydrocortisone, nothing strong. I will use it for a maximum of 7 days, then I stop because obviously I don't want my skin becoming dependent on it and then me suffering with issues when I stop using it. I can definitely feel the difference. I don't just see the difference, I really feel the difference in my eyelids this time. The skin just has more bounce to it. It's feeling a little bit plumper, a little bit tighter. Now obviously I also use this for dealing with my eyebrow tattoos, and while it hasn't got rid of 100% of the tattoo, everything has come away now. The scabs have come away, the skin stopped peeling, and what I'm left with is a tattoo that is now around about 85% reduced from what it was. This is the final update now before we jump into the 3-week Fibroblast before and after. So guys, if you're ready, let's go. So guys, it is 21 days after plasma fibroblasting with the Snow Skin Co Fibroblast pen. This is what my face is looking like right now. It's been quite some time since I've actually had proper eyelids. This pen has dealt with all of the drooping in my eyelids, all of the crepiness has gone, the skin has really tightened up, and I just feel like my eyes have gone. Now, unlike most other people who do these treatments, I don't have anything on my skin. There is no makeup, there is no primer, absolutely nothing. So what you're seeing right now is exactly what my skin looks like. As you can see, I've not been left with any scarring, I haven't got any hyperpigmentation. There is still a tiny little bit of redness left behind, but the amount of redness is so insignificant, I can really deal with it. It's not an issue in the slightest, and most people don't even notice. Looking closer at my jawline, I can definitely not just see, but feel that there is some tightening going on, especially around the jowls and just on the actual angle of the jaw right here. My nasolabial folds have completely lifted out. These are as smooth as anything right now. Now obviously, this is only 3 weeks after fibroblasting, and it's around the 12-week mark that something really happens to your skin and things just burst into life. But at the 3-week mark, you get a really good idea of what to expect. But all in all, the results that I've got from this, yeah, I am super happy. Recovery wise, everything went to plan. I healed on schedule. I didn't really experience any negative side effects such as pain, discomfort, nerve damage, anything like that. Obviously, I had pretty significant swelling around the eyes for a few days, but as you can see, the results are pretty significant too. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. For this treatment and this tool when it comes to anti-aging, absolute 10 out of 10 for me. If you've got any questions about this treatment, about this tool, about the skin prep or post-care or anything whatsoever really, feel free to drop it in the comment section down below and I will try my hardest to get back to you. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you want to. And of course, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you get updated every time I upload a new video. Also, just a reminder, all of the tools and products that I used in this video, find them down in the description box below, and come on over and join us on the Facebook group TJ's Tribe. So let's wrap things up here, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I hope you have an amazing year ahead of you, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. So until then, TJ over and out.